Hello and welcome to Microsoft Hates Greg. My name is Greg Deckler, and today we're continuing our exploration of Power BI theme generators. I think this is the fourth video or so in this series. We've talked about the themes gallery and shown that. Talked about that this no longer exists. Kerbal, Power BI.tips, Enterprise DNA, themes.pbx by Point, the only German English theme generator that's out there. And then today, the next up is Power BI Theme Generator by BIBB. Okay, so this one I remember was pretty cool. Um, it was completely different. I would say that Power BI.tips, Enterprise DNA, Point, they all basically take the same philosophy, right? In terms of, hey, here's all the different settings that you can tweak all of them and then download the JSON file, right? And I remember that BIBB was radically different than that. And that basically, if I remember right, yeah, it was basically like they had like a couple options for like setting colors, and then you just create the you literally just create the theme, and then download it, right? So it was really radically different than the other theme generators that were out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at it and see what it looks like today. Okay, it looks pretty much the same. The coolers, the upload image trending, use magic. That's interesting. Um, oh, this seems new. Okay, that's pick a color. Okay, that's and then what's the ah look at that. They have dark theme, they have a light theme, and it shows a preview. That's really cool that there's a there we go. There's my preview. I want to see what my theme is gonna look like. So what happens if I change, does this color correspond? Let's pick something really gross. Something really that's gonna apply it. Look at that. It changed it on the bar. It really, that's crazy. That's crazy cool. And then it has this contrast checker. That's kind of AA level, middle level accessibility, highest level accessibility. So it actually has an accessibility checker. That's something very different than I've seen in any of the other ones. So the coolers integration, enter coolers URL, open coolers. That's fine. I'll accept your cookies. I can't remember. I don't use coolers enough. Um, Start the generator, maybe, or explore palettes, or hit spacebar. Next, next. Just get me out of here. So that generates. So if I take this, I go back to here, apply it. So it did it. Yeah, those are the colors. So that's kind of cool. Got that integration. Explore trending palettes. If I pick one of these, so it copied it to the clipboard. Color, it copied the color to the clipboard. Open palette. There we go. If I open it and then I go back, I copy the URL, go back here, enter that, apply it. Yep, it changed. That's pretty cool. It's got the upload image. You can drag and drop it. Let's go to Microsoft Hates Greg. Where's my banana pickle math? Pick that, open it up. Apply it. There we go. Now that's so cool. That preview is sweet. Then we got trending. Got must keep track of people's choices, I guess, or something. Or no, the gardening day. Bubblegum and cotton candy. I remember that these were just pre ones that they selected and that sort of thing. What is use magic? Colorful sunset on a beach. Oh, this is interesting. Let's say like dark and stormy sea. Oh, that's definitely a dark and stormy sea, I would say. That's kind of cool. Let's say my goth girlfriend. Let's do that. Why that? I'm just curious. It nailed it. It's crazy. Wow, that could be a lot of fun. You could come up with some crazy prompts for that. I will behave myself. So that's the dark theme, and that's the light theme of my goth girlfriend. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that is super cool. So let's see. So create the JSON theme. So free for all BIBB. Now I remember this was a pain. Like if you weren't signed up for it or something like that, it was really kind of a pain. So I agree. Create the Power BI theme. Okay, there, did it. If I remember correctly, when I would do this and I wasn't already signed up, it was like I got into like a loop or something like that. But once I was signed up and I kind of gave it like 15 minutes to like process it and that sort of stuff, then it was fine. Okay, so let's there it is. Open with Notepad. And it's formatted. Hey, all right. That's good. So we like that. All right, so now the moment of truth, does it work? So come back here, view, come here. Nope, not the themes gallery, Greg. You moron. Browse for themes. Thank you. There we go. My goth girlfriend. 6 files successfully added. Now if I go to values, colors. There it is. Oh, that's funny as heck. Well, very cool. So that's oh, it even changed like some of my background. So it made a bunch of changes for me. Like it didn't just that's right. It doesn't oh, it's 15K, so it's a substantial JSON file. Yeah, so it did more than just the colors, right? It made a bunch of other decisions and settings and that sort of stuff, which is, I mean, it saves a lot of work. I mean, quite honestly, and maybe it's not what you want necessarily, but that's pretty interesting. That's a super fast way to generate a theme with minimal effort, I would say. The return. Oh, so then download base template. Okay, so it downloads a theme template.pbix file. It says PBIT, but it's a PBIX. So a little bit of false advertising, but nothing, not the end of the world here. But that's super cool. So it looks like they've also, I don't remember this stuff before too, premium files. Looks like that's how they can maybe make some money or whatever. Plus they're harvesting your contact info, which at least they don't like require it to be a work email address, I guess. I can send it to my Gmail address, which is where all my spam goes. So this is super cool though. It's super cool. I'm very impressed by this and some of these updates. The use magic, that is fun. Plus they got the light and dark themes, so you can easily generate those. They've got the contrast checker, which is important for accessibility reasons. And yeah, that's super cool. Let's get to scoring this, man. So let's see here. So ease of use, I got to give it a 5 as far as ease of use. That's about as easy as you're going to get. We know that it works, so that's a 5 there. Color picking, man, that's a 5. I mean, they've got the upload image, which is huge in my opinion. The trending, who cares? They got the integration with coolers, which is sweet. It's not heavily integrated with coolers. You have to copy URLs around, but still, that's pretty cool. But the use magic, whew, that's bananas. All right, so JSON files, 5. They got a preview. That's a 5. That's 10 out of 10 if it was worth this was a ranking on 10. All right, upload. No, it does not have upload, and that would almost kind of defeat the purpose of the whole tool. But we're still going to have to score it as a 1. Online editing as a 1. Comprehensiveness, it does have a pretty comprehensive file that you get, but you don't have any control over it. So, wow, that's tough. I'm gonna go with three for right now, but I'm gonna think about it. And then saving again, that one would kind of defeat the whole purpose of the tool, from what I can tell. Um, but oh yeah, there. Even if I gave comprehensive as let's say I gave it a one, it's still, yeah. I mean, I think a two or a three is more appropriate for it. But yeah, that gets the most points as far as like for me in terms of what's important to me, which is A, it works. Is it easy to use? And the color picking and that sort of stuff in the preview, right? Those it just knocks it out of the park on that sort of stuff. And of course the JSON file not as important, but it is formatted, so that's nice. So all the stuff that I kind of rank very highly, um, although I have upload up there pretty highly, but in I get that for this tool it's just not important. Um, so yeah, it actually gets the most points out of all the theme generators. But I mean, obviously, it's conditional in terms of what you value. If you value being able to you going in and setting all of the, every one of the settings and that sort of stuff, then it doesn't fit that model, right? You'd have to download the JSON file, then open the JSON file, Notepad or something, or Visual Studio Code or something like that, and then manually edit it. But I have to say, this not only is this impressive, um, but it's fun. That this use magic stuff like that. You can put in crazy, crazy phrases like "my goth girlfriend," right? And I don't know how it even came up with that, but it looks definitely kind of Emily the Strange-ish kind of stuff, like the colors you'd see and that sort of thing. So very, very cool. Good job, BIBB. This tool seems like it's come a long way even since when I used it last, and it's still, it's no more complicated, right? So, maybe slight dings for harvesting my info, but oh well. I think I can get over that one. So very, very cool. Well, we're definitely going to continue this series. I know I've got at least one more video in this series to make. But and there may be people coming in with comments and say, Greg, you're an idiot and you missed this theme generator over here. You really need to take a look at it. So always happy to continue this series as necessary. So that's all I had for this video. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.